Welcome to the Mid-America Sports Complex in Shawnee, Kansas. Let me know in the chat if I'm sounding okay. I brought 4,000 cords from campus, but I forgot one cord, which allows me to hear myself in my headset. So I can't quite tell, and the audio indicators are kind of bouncy with this mixer. So in the YouTube chat, let me know. Harder, softer? Does it sound good? Is it clear? Is it scratchy? I have no idea. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Cool. Jacob White. Thank you for that info. All good. We'll be back.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student-athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference. Champions in competition, leaders in life.
It's game time, baby. Let's go.
Looks like we are ready to go. Pioneers are taking the field. The defense for the Pioneers. This is my first time seeing these guys this year. I don't even know Lopez's first name off the top of my head. Luis Lopez on the mound. Christian Crespo behind the plate. Caden Owens at first. Drew Woodley at second. Javi Melendez at third. Christopher Lugo at short. Sean Maple in left. Brent Olmo in center. Willie Borquez in right. The DH will be Bryson Hamilton. The lineup for the Cougars from Spring Arbor, Michigan, the Crossroads League, my old stomping ground. I am a Bethel, Indiana alum back when we were good. All right. Aiden Brunin leading off, the shortstop. Landon Reskowski. I have to look up their first names because all I have on stats is their last name. I got you. Heckendor, Rodriguez, Gonzalez, Zeeb, Phillips, Barkel, and Spedosky. The Pioneers are 1-2. They won their first game of the year in Arizona and then lost the next two. Spring Arbor is 4-0 after sweeping a series from, who was it, Michigan Dearborn? I don't remember. I'm MNU Sports Information Director Chad Jenkins. I'll be bringing you the action today, doing the live stats, coordinating the replay, calling the game, switching between camera 2 and camera 1. That's me behind the plate. Hello. Usually you can't see me. I put the screen in front of my face. There you go. Lopez is 1-0 in 5 innings. A 1.80 ERA with 7 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 167. I haven't seen him yet. Coach Ryan Thompson. Very excited about this guy. An easy 94, I've heard. I can't imagine he's throwing that hard today. It is very cold. Mid-40s, but beautiful sun and not much wind. And here we go. First pitch from Lopez is taken for a strike. We are underway. And it's going to take me a while to get into mid-season form with baseball stuff. I'm doing your scoreboard too. Breaking ball misses up. Crespo wanted it. My camera is literally right up next to the net right now, so that's why you can't see any net. Foul balls are going to be sketchy. Breaking ball misses down, 2-1. Ooh, sawed him off. Melendez. One away. In play. Whoops. Still on deck stats. 2-1. In play is P. 5-3. 1 out. Okay. Reskowski grounded a second. High hopper for Woodley. 2 down. This is Heckendor. He's not on the stats. I don't think he played in that first series. So this is his first action of the year. Changeup. That's very, very sneaky. Fastball misses away, 1-1. Oof. Oof. This fastball's got some hop to it, man. I'm usually not this close to baseball. I'm usually up in the press box. Off campus today. Wow. The lineup for the Pioneers really interesting one today. We got Borquez leading off. Olmo has led off every game that he's played in since he joined the team last year. He's in the 2-hole today. Borquez in right, Olmo in center. Melendez at third, Owens at first. Maple the 5-hole in left, Woodley at 6-hole at second, Crespo the 7-hole behind the plate, Hamilton the DH in the 8-hole, and Lugo in the 9-hole shortstop. Still no Noah Castillo. He took a swing in his first at-bat of the first game in the first inning and has not seen the field since. Some sort of shoulder issue. But it's been a few weeks, so concerning for our preseason All-American. The pitcher is Rollman. Rollman has no record. He has thrown 1 inning and he has 1 strikeout, no hits. This team hasn't allowed much. Just 4 games. If you're watching on the Heart Network, switch over to YouTube. Wow, 78 viewers. Hey, here we go. Bryson in the chat. Christian Hurtado in the chat. Michigan Dearborn was in the fall. You can play in the fall now. So this is their first action in several months. We're playing at the Mid-America Sports Complex, which is not Mid-America Nazarene. There's a dash between the Mid and the America. It's about 20 minutes away in Shawnee, Kansas. Beautiful facility. I mean, this turf looks awesome. We got 8 light stanchions. Crappy little scoreboard, but that's all right. Nice backdrop you can see here. And no press box, obviously. We can't have the high home view. But if you stick the camera right up next to the net and risk it on foul balls. Willie Borquez leading off. First pitch from Rollman misses up. It's 1-0. Borquez on the year hitting .333, 4 for 12 with a double, a homer, and 2 RBIs. I feel like that could have been a strike, but two 2-0. Willie Borquez, big year last year, double-digit homers. That's a strike. Looked like a change-up outside part of the plate. The 2-2. Full count. Borges draws a walk. Now Brent Olmo hitting .286. He's 4 for 14 with a triple and 5 RBIs. Had a bases clearing triple in Arizona. This is away 1-0. So if any of you watched any of the streaming in Arizona, I think they had it up for games 2 and 3. They couldn't do it for game 1. Borges. You would have noticed that it was a single high camera with no misses up. 2-0. Single high camera, silent with no scoreboard graphic. And they charged you to watch it. Skied into center field. Trouble. And he missed it. Man, I don't know what's going on there. We're still doing the hey ya, huh? I thought we'd move on. Let's move on from that. Olmo finally got it. I'm going to call that a hit for now because I'm an idiot. Oh, dang it. P. I'll have to look at it again. I couldn't see the center fielder until right at the end. Looked like he never saw it. There's not a cloud in the sky. And if you misjudge a ball and then run forever and dive for it and miss it, you don't give errors on that, but the 2-0. What was that? Split? Some sort of funky little split situation? Yeah, I think so. I could see the seams briefly. There is, I can't see a cloud in any direction. Melendez hitting .500. He's 5 for 10 with 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 RBIs. Nasty. That's that splitter again. Caden Owens hitting .250, 4 for 16 with 3 doubles and 4 RBIs. Really big season last year. Got hurt at the end. We really missed his bat down the stretch. In the opening round specifically. I think he had 14 homers. This is off the top of my head. I didn't print out last year's stats. The wind is gently blowing in from left field, kind of across the field, so pull side for Caden. Not that he really is affected by that much anyway. Pull side, the wind will not knock him down. Right-handers will have a bit of trouble getting it out to left. Misses up. It's a pretty tight zone so far compared to what we usually see. Smashes that one into left field. I meant to say slashes, not smashes. It was hardly smashed. Bases loaded, 1 out for Woodley. In play. Single to left. Plus. It's not Woodley, it's Maple. Sean Maple hitting .231, 3 for 13, couple RBIs. Time called as Owens is trying to get his elbow pad off. This is outside. Maple had an interesting year last year. He went like 0 for March, but then came on late and had some big hits and was kind of a clutch player. Way outside. I think he already has more hits this year than he had through the first month last year. 3 for 13. 2 years ago, 10 homers. Leadoff man, couple homers in the World Series. Or was it just the one? Help me out, guys. Did he get 2 or 1 in Lewiston? I think he may have gotten 2. Fouled away, full count. Big pitch in this game. Fouled away. If he can drop in that splitter right here, Maple's going to have a really tough time. He hasn't seen it yet. But that's a risky pitch. Full count, bases loaded. How he did it. Maple got it. Base hit up the middle. Borquez scores. Olmo on his way to the plate. He will score 2-0 Pioneers. That's the wrong team. It's hard to see this monitor in the sunlight. Maple's clutch. All right, let me look at this play from the center fielder again. I really can't see the monitor that I'm looking at. It's right in front of me, but like he didn't even come into frame until late. It's got to be a hit. It's just a bad play, but unlucky break for the pitcher. He gets his pop-up. But couldn't come up with it. Can Drew please not wear yellow cleats? That ship has sailed, my friend. Ball 1 to Drew Woodley. Hitting .385, 5 for 13. A triple, 2 RBIs. Woodley's had quite a career. I think he's the all-time HBP leader. He just beat Bryce in the first couple games. Little chopper pitcher. 1-6-3. Just gets the one out. First and third, 2 outs now. In play. FC 1. 1-6. First and third, 2 outs for Crespo. Crespo hitting .250, 3 for 12 with an RBI. He's been behind every hitter, it seems. Oh, so my point was, I was mentioning the video streaming in Arizona where they charged you for a single camera view with no graphics, no replay, no straight scoreboard graphic. And here's what I give you for free. So, what is happening? I could not find the right button to push. Holy crap. All right, so let's see that again so I can see what happened. I'm not in mid-season form yet. I think I kept pushing ball and strike instead of camera switch. There's too many buttons, guys. Jeez, I was never on. I was muted that whole inning. I was talking that whole inning. Good Lord. I was asking questions. I'm like, no one's responding in the chat. What's going on? Muted. Yeah, sorry. Come on, Jenkins. That's the problem. I don't have the cord that allows me to hear my own headset, so it all sounds the same. My bad. I'll just repeat it all. Lopez, I talked about him. He's a junior from Salinas, Puerto Rico. Transferred from Hill College, or I don't know if Hill College is JUCO or what. I'll look that up right now. Yes, it is a community college. From Hillsboro, Texas. I really hate their colors. It's the colors of the Texas flag, though, so I guess I can't. I mean, it's red, white, and blue, you know. But it's a bad blue. It's a kind of a light blue, even lighter than a royal. Anyway, he's on our team now with cooler colors. But he has to wear these pajama uniforms that I always hate, but you guys love them, and I'm old, so what difference does it make? You guys like it? Except for the yellow cleats, apparently. Bryson's got all the different cleats. It didn't go with yellow. Yeah, Luis Lopez. Sorry. I was... Trevino's are all still watching. That was a fun little run we had with your kid on the mound. Crespo gets a fresh at bat after being at the plate when Woodley was caught stealing. Called strike one on a breaking ball. (7-8-9). Little tap towards third. One away. That'll bring up Hamilton. Bryson Hamilton is 1 for 8 on the season. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Chops it foul. Hamilton, his typical massive swing. He's had a handful of big hits in his career. Shreveport, 2023, 9th inning. And then he was pressed into service into the conference tournament last year after hardly playing at all, and had a bunch of hits after Crespo went down. Finds himself DHing today as Castillo still battling. Doink. Two outs. I bet that hurt. Cold day. Woo. It'll bring up Lugo. I have not seen this guy at all yet. Pre-game infield in and out. He was making some slick plays at short. Called that a strike. Jeez. popped up. That's in play. Foul. It's getting out of play. Strike two. Lugo is 1 for 13 with a triple and an RBI this year. 0.77. He's got a shiny blue helmet with no MNU logo on it. Here, everybody who cares, here's my phone number. Strike three. Just barely gets him on the drop third strike. Swinging. 2-3. So, don't put me in the group chat or anything, but put it in your phone so that if I'm muted when I shouldn't be, you can text me. I'm going to mute myself now, and I will remember to come back when the music stops. Top of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the Cougars. This is Barkel. Or Barkle, I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you know if it's Barkle or Barkel. Regardless, no stats. This is his first appearance of the season. Well, that zone has opened up the last inning. Fouled away 0-2. I was saying when I was muted, I think we got something on the mound this year, guys. 3 pitches for strikes, including a really hard fastball. It's really frustrating when you're 0-2 on an 8 hole and try to heat him up inside and clip him. This is Spedowski. Bunt. Someone needs to cover third. They do. Successful sacrifice. Who fielded that? I forgot to look. Crespo. Back to the top of the order. Watch your face. Two and 0 to Brunin, the leadoff man. Three and 0. Where are the fans and audience? These are some strange questions, sports overload. Called strike one. First of all, what's the difference between fans and audience? Second of all, we have 2 fixed cameras. We can't show, like, foul territory. Called strike 2. Most of the guys you're seeing in your shot are the Columbia College Cougars, who are playing the next game against Spring Arbor. Full count. Got him looking. I mean, that's right there. He's not complaining about that. Shouldn't be anyway. Missing you too, Nathan. It's not really a tournament. It's more of a classic. This was supposed to be a 4-team situation. Fouled out of play. 1-1. But one of the teams bailed, so now there's just 3 teams here. They were supposed to play at the same time on another field at this complex. Crunch. But one team bailed, so then it was going to be 3 games in a row where it would be Spring Arbor Columbia, Spring Arbor MNU, Columbia MNU. But then it got really cold, and we bailed on one of those. MNU and Columbia are not playing at all this series. Spring Arbor's playing 2 today and 2 tomorrow. That guy's hung up. Where's he going? And he got back to the base. Holy cow. Two and two. 2 and 2. I don't know what that guy was thinking. Like, first of all, there's nobody on first. Second of all, it's not even ball 4. He just started jogging towards third. He was able to get back. He was all sorts of screwed up out there. Or maybe he thought it was strike 3, but even then, he's running the wrong way. Go back to the dugout. Full count. MNU is hosting this quote-unquote neutral site contest. This is not on the campus of MNU. Ooh, ball 4. Let's see that again. It would have been close. Courtesy runner at first is 11. 11. Cantola. And the 3-hole Hecken, what's his name? Hecken something? I'm looking at it, but the sun is screwing up all my screens. Dorn. 1-1. Lopez has labored a bit through this inning after cruising through the first 2. A lot of deep counts. Lost the feel for the fastball just a bit. 2-1. Little jam shot up the middle. Lugo is right there. Takes it himself. In play. FC 6. 6. All right, let's go through the chat. Mikhail, OMG Slay. Is that how that's supposed to sound? Was the other team scared? Oh, yes, the team that didn't want to play, yes, they were scared. I don't remember who it was supposed to be. It's the kind of information that left my head. Back to the top of your order for the Pioneers. Borquez, Olmo, and Melendez. Borquez walked and scored in the first. Looked a little bit off speed for strike one. That's into right center field. Relatively softly hit and tracked down by the center fielder, one away. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. It's actually a decent crowd for a random middle of the day Thursday in February with a team from Michigan. Like, they have Spring Arbor looks like they've got 15 people in the stands. What are you guys doing here? Called strike three. And the MNU side, similar number, but it's mostly Clausen's kids. First pitch to Melendez. It's really opened up that zone. First two innings, those belt high and above pitches were not strikes. Is that down? 2-1. That's a good strike. This pitch is going to get hammered. That was the chance. I think 3-1, he'll try to drop in a breaking ball. Yep. Good pitch. Now what? It's frustrating, AB, for Javi. What do you look for right here? Go-rounder through the left side. Owens hit a single into left field his last time up. Big power to all fields. Good pitch. Check on Javi at first. He's not going anywhere. Good old NAIA umpires in the chat. At least there's 3 of them today. That's nice. I didn't expect that. 0-2 on Owens. Three checks on Melendez over there. 0 stolen bases in the last 40 years. It's not that bad. What is it? Hammered into right field, but with some top spin. Caught. Texas, where I checked out the website, and it's a red, white, and blue scheme like ours, but their blue was lighter than royal, which I didn't love. Say now he gets to come here where the blue is navy, but you're still wearing these pajama uniforms, which I've always hated. But I'm also 47, so who cares what I think, as long as you 20-year-olds like it. Did you guys like I know you guys like these. The powder blues, the baby blues. Not a fan. I love the pins, but I also heard that the pins were a little too tight. Freedom of movement was limited, so I understand that, but softly to second, Woodley. Let's make it difficult, guys. What's going on? I wasn't even watching. Ball one, I guess. I'm trying to read the chat. I'm the upcoming student manager for the Spring Arbor Unity Reserve Baseball team. Welcome to the chat, Jerome. 32 is 0. I have 2 All-Americans watching the game on live stream. Did I miss a pitch? The scoreboard says 1-0. That's into right field. It's going to drop in front of Borquez for a 2-out knock. That was Zeeb. Now it's Phillips, the 7-hole. Yeah, Nathan Torres, first-team All-American. It's not going to get better than the season that he had in 2022. Blew it by him, 0-1. First-team All-America, relief pitcher. 14 saves. 8,500 strikeouts. Strike 2, wow. And didn't give up a run. Didn't give up an earned run until one of the last games of the year. Against a pretty good hitter. Did you have like 49 strikeouts in 25 innings or something? Change up off the glove of Owens into right field. He makes the turn, heads to third. And trouble with 2 outs. Brings up Barkel, the 8-hole. And Bryson Sherwood, All-America last year. Excellent career. Right? You were All-America last year, right? Why am I confused all of a sudden? Yeah, you and Noah. haven't seen Castillo on the field today. Is he watching from somewhere? I don't think he's here. But I know 32 is 0. Nice play. Wow. Let's see that again. Saved a run. Lopez did not get caught watching as Owens came off the bag. I don't think he touched it. So a 4-1 ground out. To end the third. Pioneers rallied for a 3 in the first, haven't gotten much going since. And we have, I hate Presto stats, really annoying. 5, 6, 7 coming up. When I was statting with DAC stats, it told you everything. I think Maple just gave me a kissy face. I looked at him in the on-deck circle, and he gave me a nod with a pouty lips. I think it was directed at me. That tracks. Wouldn't be shocked if I was correct with that, but I'm not sure. When I was standing with DAC stats, it told you everything. Who was coming up. You could see the whole lineup on the screen. You could see the whole defense on the screen. You could see what that batter had done in previous at-bats. The pitching numbers were there. With Presto, it's just... I can see the pitcher, how many pitches and strikes he's thrown. And then I've got a screen where I type in the code of what happened. Either a foul ball, swinging strike, looking strike, ball, hit by pitch, or ball in play. And then I can see that Maple is batting 5th of 9. Doesn't tell me what he's done. That screen blocks my defensive screen, so I can't see the defense. It also blocks the lineup. It's just really annoying. Nobody cares. Any SIDs listening might lament with me. What are your favorite players on the 91 Reds? The 91 Reds? Why is the 90 Reds won the World Series? The 91 Reds, I'm guessing it's a similar team. I think I'll take Taubanese, to quote Grandpa Dave. Eric Davis was just so cool back then. Called strike. Chris Sabo with his goofy-looking rec specs. Billy Hatcher was a former Cub who dominated the World Series. I didn't remember Paul O'Neill. When he was with the Yankees, I had no recollection that he was on that Reds team. Grounded to third, bounces up on him, fires to first, 1 away. That brings up Woodley, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Up the middle, snagged by the shortstop, bobbled, safe. E6 on the bobble. Woodley hustling down the line. That cost him a step, that bobble. The Pioneers have a base runner with 1 out. And then, of course, the nasty boy bullpen, Charlton, Dibble, and Myers. That's the extent of my knowledge of early 90s Reds. You can give me another team to talk about. Craig Hoffman. That gets away. Take a look. Take a look. Take a turn. Woodley in scoring position and an advantage count for Crespo. 2-0. The Brewers. Swing and a miss. I'm a Chicago sports fan in general. I've switched allegiances to the Chiefs. That was pretty easy. But the rest of them, I grew up around there. Grounded towards second. 2 down. Woodley to third. So tell me if I'm wrong about this. I'm a Cubs fan. That's my team, but I don't hate the White Sox or anything. I root for the White Sox when they're relevant and good. And so you bring up the Brewers. I feel like, other than the White Sox, the Brewers are one of the least relevant teams in all of pro sports. Do you feel that way? Like, obviously in your area, there's some big fans, but like nobody anywhere else cares about the Brewers, and that's what it feels like with the White Sox too. You got the south side of Chicago, and that's it. Not a national brand of any sort. And yes, they have their moments when they're pretty good and relevant in the season, or when they obviously in the last several years they've made the playoffs and had MVPs and Cy Young Award winners. But like I've literally never met a Brewers fan. Down the line, foul. Left fielder off the glove on a dive. Would have been a fantastic play that nobody would have ever seen because it's off camera, but would have been nice. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to disrespect the Brewers in any way. I'm just seeing if my sense of the situation is accurate. Because like 2005 White Sox, I was like thrilled and it was awesome. And my Cubs had been still 100 years since they'd ever won. Ripped, caught by the shortstop. But the next year when ESPN was talking about Chicago sports, it was like, oh, the Bulls have won 6 and the Blackhawks have whatever, and the Bears have a Super Bowl and the Cubs have this many things. They didn't even put the White Sox on the screen. That's how insignificant and irrelevant they were. ESPN forgot they existed when covering Chicago sports history, and they just won the World Series. So yeah, I get it. I just I'll tell you this, I liked the 1992 Brewers, if we're going to talk about the Brewers. They didn't make the playoffs, but they were good. They had a run late in the year trying to chase down the Blue Jays. I think they were in that division back then. Or maybe trying to chase down the A's. Were they in the West? It was all screwed up back then still. But Yount and Molitor and running around stealing bases. I liked that 92 Brewers team. These last few Brewers teams, I really like your pitching, obviously. Burns and, big boy with the beard, Woodruff or something, is that his name? Hit that home run in the playoffs. That was awesome. Kid on the mound is a junior from Hill College, Texas. JUCO in Hillsboro, Texas. Anybody else? We've talked about the Reds and Brewers, a couple of boring teams. Give me another team. Doesn't have to be baseball either, but probably should be. The Reds. Oh. It's been a sad 20 years. Did you make the playoffs in 11 or 13 or something? Or no, has it been a bit? I don't remember. Ball one to the 9-hole, Spedosky, as Lopez starts the top of the 5th. Breaking ball, snaps in for a strike. It's a 1-1. Blue Jays are trying to be relevant, right? They got Santander. Is that who they got? They got somebody. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. The 2014 Tigers. That's not the World Series team. That was 12. Watch out. Slashed foul by the leadoff man, Brunin. 0-1. Spring Arbor from Spring Arbor, Michigan, Crossroads League. They were not in the Crossroads League when I was. Bethel, Indiana, in the late 90s. We had Sam Ergelman as our coach. Spring Arbor royalty. He played for Hank Burbridge, which is like Hank Burbridge Field is Spring Arbor's field. A million wins. And then Sam Ergelman coached us at Bethel for a few years. And then went to Spring Arbor, and then was at MNU last year, actually, as a pitching coach. 1,000 wins in his career. Strike 3. I don't know. Is this guy... I mean, that's right there. Rezkowski, the 2-hole. Popped fouling out of play. 0-2. Foul tip. Yep, strike 3. That was pretty impressive. That's technically a swinging strikeout, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers up 3-0. Spring Arbor, I was a coach at Bethel in 05 and 06, I want to say. Maybe even 07 as well. I came to MNU in 07-08, so the spring of 07 was I was still part of it. Anyway, one of those years, Spring Arbor went 30-some games in a row and went to the final of the World Series where they lost to Lewis Clark State. But that was quite a team. I think that may have been 06. No, pretty sure it was 7. Sam Riggleman led that team to the World Series because you'd think, oh, it's just a northern team. They're just beating up on a bunch of northern teams, but they cut through that World Series as well, and the regional and the conference tournament, all the way to the final. Lewis Clark State had Bo Mills, who hit 3 homers in the final to bring his season total to 41. Come on. You can't hit 41 homers in an NAIA season. That's insane. I think he got a cup of coffee in the big leagues. What else? Anybody else? I got to talk over this music. Did they get Scherzer? Seriously? Did I miss that? I mean, come on, Dave Helen. The Blue Jays have a pretty good history. Were you an Expos guy or a Twins guy, and you hate them, or what? Swing and a miss from Lugo. It's 0-1. They beat my White Sox in 1993, that 92-93 Blue Jays. I know all about that. That's when I first really started paying attention to baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I was 14, 15 years old. I'd watched it. I'd watch the Cubs on WGN every day, being from that area. Grounded to second. That was closer than it should have been. One away. Back to the top of the order in Borquez. And so I would record every game of the 92 and 93 playoffs and watch them again and again. And I got the highlight videos from the VHS tapes of those postseasons, and I watched those over and over again. I know everything about those teams and those series. Those were some of my favorite teams. That 93 Blue Jays team was stacked. Expos and Yankees. The 94 Expos, kind of a heartbreaker in MLB history. Got it by him upstairs, 1-2. Hammered into center field. Will it stay up? It won't. Trapped. Nice play by the center fielder to keep it in front. And there's a 1-out single. I'll bring up Olmo. Olmo set the single-season walks record in MNU history with 39 last year. Called strike one. This year, Olmo with 2 walks. I think we're going to do something on the bases here. This is down 1-1. You might keep Borges there, though. Keep that big hole open on the pull side for Olmo. Yeah, there you go. Got a piece of Olmo's foot. About halfway through the season last year, Olmo had 0 homers, and I predicted that he would get 3 by the season's end, and that's exactly what he ended up with. He asked me a few weeks ago what my number was for him this year, because he heard that. Hammered into right center. That's going to get down. Center fielder cuts it off, and we will hold him at third. Borges had to hold up a little bit. Second and third, 1 out. Right center, does that work? Okay. I predicted 6. So he would have to get on the board earlier than he did last year. And that'll do it for the Spring Arbor starter, Rollman. They are bringing in Jack Will has no ERA. He has a save. Walked 2, struck out 2 in 1 inning of work. What else do you want to talk about? When's the next Pioneers home game? I don't know. MNUsports.com. Technically, this is a home game since we're providing all the coverage and umpires and all that stuff. But yeah, a real true home game. I mean, I could look. Let's look. I've got a world's worth of information at my fingertips. Let's use it. It's a while. Ooh, we're starting off the conference season February 28th with Central Methodist. They're going to decide the conference championship right away. Strange schedule this year. We've got CMU, we've got Culver, we've got a non-conference weekend against Bellevue. They're number 15, so that'll be a fun one. Baker, Valley, Mount Mercy, Graceland, Peru, and Park. We're not playing Benedictine this year. Not playing, I mean, it's not uncommon to miss the Eastern teams. We're not playing William Penn either. Or Grandview. But we're not playing Benedictine either. That's really strange. Will the Chiefs three-peat? Yeah, it's awesome that Reese is back. That's really cool. He's had such a great career, known nothing but success. 2 World Series and then an opening round. And then the way last year ended is just, I mean, that stinks. A walk-off homer against you to close out your career. But nope, you get another shot. So that's cool. Will the Chiefs three-peat? I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win on Sunday. How can you, I mean, I've been watching this team for 5-6 years. They just don't lose these big games, right? They just lost once when it was really shocking to the Bengals that one year. Melendez. Grounded to third. Bobbled. We were going on contact, and it paid off. That's why you go on contact. Olmo didn't move up. He was in a kind of a weird spot. RBI ground out, and now runner in scoring position. 2 outs for Caden Owens. When the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl, it was just a weird one where the offensive line was all banged up, and I don't know. That happens. Intentional walk to Caden Owens. That'll bring up Maple, Mr. Clutch, with 2 outs. I like Maple on this spot a lot. Like after an intentional walk, he'd be like, "Oh, really? Let's get it on, mate." I feel a bit disrespected here. Well, like nice low tracer into right center. Good pitch. Good take. Can't do much with that. Grounded. Eliminate Rodgers' surliness and Favre's turnovers, and you got Mahomes. Yeah, Vino on the mic. Got to make it happen. He's been helping me with help me out with volleyball stats this year. The dynamic duo. Three, 4, 5 due up for Spring Arbor. Top of 6. 2-0. Other than the third inning when Lopez had to battle through some traffic and some location issues, he's been dominant. Even when he's ahead in the count, we've had 3-1 pitches, we've had 2-1, 2-0, 1-0 pitches where you can sit dead red. They're just not getting on that heater at all. It's been a strike. Whoops. So here, 3-1, the 3-hole. Should be able to get the hit out on a fastball. But he drops a breaking ball in. That's not fair. And now it's back to advantage Lopez. We're at the Mid-America Sports Complex, about 20 minutes from campus. And Shawnee, that's right there. That's a strike. No, it wasn't. I just watched it back. Number 1? Number 1 is hitting for the 4-hole. It's my own fault that I didn't talk to the umpires and tell them to report changes to me. But he should be telling me these things. Oh, yeah. Who is this? Tesmer. Joey Tesmer is 2 for 15 on the season. A couple of singles. But that was in the fall, long time ago. Back up the middle, Lopez knocks it down. That got him good. Ball was smoked. Get your replay on that. Let's see what that looked like. I was blocked, so you probably will be too. We have center field cam as well, of course. Couldn't tell where that got him. Like the bottom of the foot. Ooh. Like the back of the right leg, maybe? One out, runner at scoring position. Lopez, good to go. He's at 89 pitches into the 6th inning. There is some activity in the Pioneer bullpen, just guys walking around. That may have heated them up a bit. Grounder towards short. Lugo. And it gets away. I think that's going to be a base hit and an error, but let's have a look. Lugo needed to fire it right there, but he kind of shuffled himself. I think he beats that out. So that's in play. All right, the Cougars have broken through. 4-1 now, runner in scoring position. And is this the third time they've seen Lopez as well? This is Zeeb, the 6-hole. I want a piece of your winnings, Hurtado, if you cash in. 3-1 breaking ball. Really nice bite to it. So Lopez can get himself out of so many tight spots with that pitching backwards in advantage counts. Good try, good take. Now the tying run comes to the plate. Phillips, the 7-hole. Looks like we might pinch hit. Number 21. Gregory. Braden Gregory is 0 for 5 on the year. Is that going to be it for Lopez? It is. And here comes the newly slimmed down Reese Helland. What's he down, Dave? That's got to be 25 pounds. We'll be right back. I'm on the weight loss path myself. I'm trying to lose a whole person. So I'm always on the. I can tell. I can always. Obviously, Reese. It's obvious. Since the last time he was out here, Noah Castillo again. Like last year, he lost 40 pounds between his second and third season. Reese getting married, right? When's that? You got to slim down for that wedding. But that's been my lifelong battle. I've gained and lost 100 pounds a couple times in my life. But yeah, Reese is doing something right. Yeah! Helland on the season. Four innings, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, ERA of 2.25. He pitched 4 innings in that. What was that? Was it an extra inning game against somebody, that third game of the year? Pitched 4 innings of relief. Pioneers eventually lost that game, but Reese pitched, I want to say, 7 through 11 or something like that. 7 through 10. Called strike 1 from Helland. Features that firm cutter. Wild pitch, only the lead runner advances, so the double play still in order. I don't know how you don't get to second on that play. It's unlikely we throw through, even if we do corral it in time. 2-1. Tying run at the plate. Got him swinging. You're out, buddy. Don't need to run with first base occupied. I wasn't talking trash, if that's what you think. And then another pinch hitter. Number 16, D. Connor D is 5 for 12 on the year with a double, 6 RBIs, hitting .417. Into right center field. Olmo on the dive. Gets there. I know my directions. Great play. I thought that was down off the bat for sure. Let's watch that again from my angle. Gets a good piece of it. You don't even see Olmo, and then all of a sudden, there he is. Bottom 6, 6, 7, 8 due up for the Pioneers. All of those guys who were pinch hit for in the last inning are back out on defense, the re-entry. Center field, left field, and third base. Will still on the mound for the Cougars. It's the home plate umpire's call, right? It looked fair from here, but no one's complaining. I don't have a good view. 8 strikeouts and 5 1/3 for Lopez. Ripped into left field. Woodley on the bases. He's making the turn, headed to second. Great idea with no outs, and he's there with a double. Crespo wouldn't be shocked if the Pioneers bunt here. Crespo's he's also decent at bat control and can maybe go to right field if you want to try that, but I don't know. There you go. I don't know if that'll advance him, but it's a good try. I would think he should have tried it there with the way he caught that. Bunting is so 2005. I think Woodley would have made it if he tried to advance there. The right fielder caught it kind of drifting towards the foul line and not with his feet set. He spun and threw. I think Woodley beats that even if it's a perfect throw. It's not Mookie Betts out there. Why is the umpire out there? What are we talking about? Why is Reese's nickname Liver? The umpire just said no coach conference? I don't know, checking on someone's health perhaps? Bryson Hamilton now. Grounded back to the mound. Woodley was stealing on the play, but 2 outs. So a leadoff double, 2 pitches later, he's at third with 2 outs. Now it's up to Lugo. Lugo 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Tapped foul. 0 and 2. Ooh. Good take or good luck. And here comes the coach again. I don't think they like the health of the pitcher for some reason. Sometimes you can tell by the body language if they're not feeling right, if he's got a back issue or something. Or he's just... No, he's taking him out. Huh. That's a fun at bat when you face a new pitcher and you're already down 1-2. We'll be back. Thanks to Picklemans for sponsoring the Picklemans Play of the Game. At this point, it's looking like Lugo. I still don't know his first name. Luis Lopez, not Lugo. I'll get there, guys. The new pitcher is Worst. That's his name, not his description. Blake Worst, could be Worst, but probably Worst. He has thrown 1 inning, given up 1 hit this year. Or that was in the fall, so none of that matters. But he's out there, and he's got a 1-2 count. So whatever happens to Lugo, it goes on his pitching line, even though the other guy got 2 of the 3 strikes if he strikes him out. And if Worst walks him, it is his walk, even though the other guy threw 1 of the balls. I'm not 100% on the strikeout thing. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I am certain on the walk thing. If you come in with 2 balls on the guy, then it's the previous guy's walk. But here we go. Worst to face Lugo, 1-2. Bounces it. Woodley, great break, and he gets there. Wow. He was all over that. Big run. Presto's not handling my pitching change very well. It thinks it's a 1-0 on Lugo. Hey, rips it right through the middle anyway. Just cost him an RBI is all. I'll bring up Borquez. Chance to blow this thing open. All right, let's watch Woodley's break here. He was halfway down the line when the thing hit the dirt. It was a great read. So keep your eye on Woodley. That play is made with the secondary lead and with the preparation and all that. You can't do that if you're flat-footed or slow. It's very cold. The wind has picked up a touch. We got a new chant, or something I haven't heard before anyway, with pickoffs. What are they saying in the dugout there? Something, something, and then everyone yells safe. Show the ball, show the ball, show the ball, safe. So like that's what umpires, what what umpires usually say. There goes the runner. Foul ball. Let him go. Little things like that. Obviously, you want Borquez to take a whack at it if it's a good pitch. It really wasn't. It was up and away. But 2 outs and a good runner at first. You can afford to take a strike and let him try to steal second. But with a guy with Borquez's power, you don't like him wasting strikes either. Soft liner to short. We go to the 7th. This is a 7-inning game, by the way. At least I think so. I was wrong once before. Spadowski, the 9-hole, and then the top to face Reese Helland. Came in facing the tying run in the 6th. He's in line for a save if he can finish this. Reese Helland has gotten some of the biggest outs in program history. That's a really cool thing to say about your career. Woo. 3 straight breaking balls. The 3rd one misses. Him striking out cross factor at Oklahoma City in 2022, even though it was like the 4th or 5th inning or something. Got him looking at a ball 2. Got me looking at a ball 2. And then, of course, the final outs in Shreveport to go to the World Series in 23. That team. Come on with that team. Full count. That 2023 team finished the conference season getting swept at Benedictine, losing the first game of the conference tournament, and then a couple games later trailing 8-1 late against a great team. Into center field, softly, Olmo on the run. And Sean Maple hits a 3-run homer. Suddenly the Pioneers start to be like, well, we may as well win it. Came back, won that game. Won a couple more. Made it to an opening round. Threw Castillo out there against Dillard, trying to steal one with a sandbag in it. Totally worked out. Just beautiful. Everything about that postseason was so great. And then we win a game at Lewiston, too. Just the way that season went. When we were down 8-1 to Central Methodist, what was the win probability for a game in Lewiston at that moment? As close to 0 as you can get. 2 down. Got him swinging. Two down, top 7. Pioneers up 5-1. Flared foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Spring Arbor has managed 4 hits and 1 run. Pioneers 8 hits. Not a very good run scoring environment. Really cold. And probably the ace of Spring Arbor staff. Is that right? Is that who you throw game 1? That's drilled into left field. It's not going to carry very far. Maple is there, struggling with it. And making it look easy out there is the Aussie. And that'll do it. We'll be back in about a half hour for Columbia versus Spring Arbor. And just refresh this page or something like that. You'll find it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Back in a half hour or so.